Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses, dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples, submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins." Generalship is no trifling matter. It is a duty one must bear.
I think she actually really enjoys it.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary, I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised! They're finally here! Yippee!
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the Arbor's resurrection. Not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. All of these incidents need reporting at the highest level for investigation. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me, so that I can reacquaint myself with a finer detail. So, where should we begin? It appears that Vantilia was the mastermind behind it all. The Syanzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed, clandestinely plotting and machinating, and surreptitiously bestowed a Stellaron upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. This heinous act instigated an uprising aimed at luring the Luofu into a perilous trap of self-destruction. The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a reevaluation. We should proceed cautiously. When the ambrosial arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. The Commission became a shadow of its former self. Presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some of them were willing to work with the enemy, acquiring a Stellaron from the Antimatter Legion to try and revive the Abundance. They succeeded all right. But why would Fantilia's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Syanzhou only to become sacrificial offerings in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme. The Stellaron Hunters, we know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu. Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron Hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies, in the form of yourselves, to the Syanzhou. That might sound self-interested, but I hope the feeling is mutual. Now that the future has come true, the Syanzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on Fantilia. That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Syanzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, we've done our best. I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Syanzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. Oh, if you pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong. It was all so chaotic. When Fantilia took form, it was as if Tingyun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Tingyun was a puppet manipulated by Fantilia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission Ambassador may be a bleak one. As for how matters are handled with regards to Tingyun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian ken. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you were the one to deliver this item to Yukong.
I understand. Leave it with us.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's quite the list. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
Well, we had a lot of stumbles along the way, but we still managed to kick butt and save the Luofu without breaking a sweat. Feels kinda surreal. You don't sound very happy. It may seem like the Stellaron Hunters are controlling everything, but we create our own future. No matter how powerful they are, they can't make a future that doesn't exist come true. Since showing up, we've saved a lot of people and averted disaster for the whole syanzhou. Who cares whether someone or something was directing it? Be happy. Actually, I was wondering if Diviner Fu could do me a favor. The Matrix of Prescience has amazing powers and can iterate and reiterate Kafka's past. So it got me thinking, if I turned the Matrix on me, could it calculate my past? Yup. When you're free, let's head over to the Divination Commission together and ask them for a favor.
Things have come to a close for now. It's good that you came through unscathed. The Master Diviner asked us to pass on this item of Tingyun's. I'll go to the Palace of Astrum and meet with Yukong. If neither of you has anything urgent, it'd be best if you came too.
Returning to the Luofu and Scale Gorge waterscape. It's a surreal feeling. I left so determined. Who would have thought that circumstances would draw me back once more? I'll be gone very soon. Jingyuan is still recovering, and the Cloud Knights won't protect me anymore. It remains to be seen how the 6 charioteers will react to my presence. But at least for now, I'm safe. I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara. It seems I won't be able to cast off Danfeng's negative karma, so I'd like to learn more about his past. I want to find out what I can do to make up for his sins. If you're planning on an extended stay on the Luofu, I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. I'm sorry.
The Ambrosial Arbor is dormant. Thanks to everyone's hard-fought battles, the Luofu is safe once more. Before he left, the General told me to handle things at the Seat of Divine Foresight. Fortunately, now that victory has been achieved, the plans we prepared will never see the light of day. However, the General did order that if he were unable to return to duty, then the Master Diviner would take over his duties temporarily. Alas, I'm no healer. I'm afraid I couldn't say. I ordered a military doctor to provide the most comprehensive emergency treatment they could. The Alchemy Commission was caught up in the Sanctus Medicus conspiracy. It took a lot of work to find someone trustworthy enough to heal the General.
If we can help, don't hesitate to ask. I don't know much about medicine, but There are lots of ways to seal wounds and prevent injuries from worsening.
Don't worry. Long-life species are resilient and strong. The General will pull through. He's faced down situations 100 times more dangerous than this. What do we plan on doing? Thousands of years ago, the Sяньчжоу Alliance was at its wit's end trying to deal with it. Today, nothing's changed. The Arbor was resurrected. Aside from the Arbiter's Lux arrow, I'm afraid that nothing can materially harm it. We might be able to suppress it with the help of the Vidyadhara, but with internal strife ravaging their ranks, I'm afraid it's a long shot.
If you can locate exactly where the Stellaron is within the Arbor, then the Express might be able to help out.
Thank you for your kind offer, Mr. Yang. But something as important and fundamental as the Ambrosial Arbor will require a meeting and deliberation from the 6 charioteers. Better to wait until the Master Diviner has another 20 or 30 years under her belt. Subduing the enemy is one of the most minor parts of a general's work. They have to meet with the Laofu's 6 charioteers and undergo 10 Lords' Commission inspections, all while dealing with the Sяньчжоу Alliance's top brass. None of it is easy to navigate, but it's a daily responsibility. The crown of a general sits heavy on the head indeed. Ah, I almost forgot. I need to gather data for the Master Diviner's draft report. Bye for now.
Time for a break. Silent mode activated.
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Laofu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Sяньчжоу, and Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Madame Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the syanьчжоу, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the syanьчжоу. It's also my way of saying farewell to Tingyun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Tingyun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Tingyun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me. I've instructed Yen Ming to sort through Tingyun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madame Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
You always did say that I liked to gossip, and here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh, it's you. For a moment, I thought she'd returned. Did the Helm Master send you over?
We're here to help sort out Miss Tingyun's things. Madame Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An amicassator's seal, a small box, a knife, a bow, and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yenming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yenming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Ting Yun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered. Ting Yun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became a custom. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Candy that made your leg hair grow. A violin that could shatter glass with its piercing shriek. Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Ting Yun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like something Miss Ting Yun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yenming got? We should take a look.
There's nothing else, except a handful of seeds. It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think. Where have I seen that name before?
I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife. I've never seen Miss Ting Yun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had time to send. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store is that again? This bow. It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me, could it? All right, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here. Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
Do you know how to fix a star skiff?
The Lafu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try. Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the syanchjou?
Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast? It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've gotta get to Aurum Alley. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore.
It was famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try.
Come on! Can't we stay out a little longer?
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that?
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today? Oh, this is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her travels. One that nobody on the Syanzhou had ever tasted. I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Ting Yun today?
Yes. Now that the crisis has been averted and the ports are resuming operations, Miss Ting Yun has been dispatched on business with the Skyfaring Commission out to other worlds.
Oh, really? Well, that's a shame. Well, hold on a sec. Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Ting Yun's Blend. Seeing as she can't enjoy it right now, I'll have to invite all of you to try a cup.
Come on! Can't we stay out a little longer? Spices Supreme! Check out that sign! Here it is!
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today? Something from Miss Tingyun for me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her, gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift: a sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I bet it'd cut straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aram Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of whistling flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something. Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right?
Miss Tingyun couldn't tear herself away from work, so we've had to gift this on her behalf today.
Really? Thank you so much. Why don't I give you all a demonstration and prepare a dish? My treat. I'd love to repay this kindness. Oh, speaking of which, it was our chili beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant. It's spicy, sumptuous, and guaranteed to get the mouth watering. Not even a girl as refined as Tingyun could resist the temptation.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Tingyun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yenming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Tingyun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
Good quality, good price. Hassle-free chartering. High-end barge. The best choice for galactic commerce.
Let the valuation begin.
Go Nuppy! My turn.
The market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Let me tend your wounds.
Project wrapped!
Looks like there's smoke rising in the distance. Miss Shikui sent us a side crane. See if you can get an aerial visual. This is an emergency. We need to find where the star skiff crashed as soon as possible. We found it. Looks like the pilot isn't inside. If they escaped before it came down, they should still be nearby. There. That must be who Miss Shikui asked us to save. We need to hurry. Those abominations have trapped her. Be careful.
Rechartering. High-end barge. The best choice for galactic commerce. Good quality, good price. Good quality, good price. Hassle-free chartering. High-end barge. The best choice for galactic commerce.
Get back, you demons! I'm not afraid of you! Stay away! Easy, Numby! Liquidation!
You won't get away.
My turn.
Go Nuppy! Project wrapped!
of here! It's too dangerous! Go get someone from the Skyfaring Commission. Tell them Qing Ni is in trouble.
No, it's too late to call for backup. Don't worry, Miss Qing Ni. The Skyfaring Commission sent us to help.
Let the valuation begin! Liquidation!
The market is unpredictable.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You bully! Tough luck running into me!
Time for an overhaul.
My turn! Here! Hi-ya!
There are too many monsters. Let's hold out for a little longer. The Cloud Knights should be here soon.
Just run! These monsters can't get up here anytime soon.
No can do, Miss Qing Ni. We're not abandoning you. Hold out a little longer. I know you can do it.
You two have held out long enough. Help is at hand. Cloud Knights, formation! Prepare to engage! Hold on, Qing Ni. We're coming to get you!
You're annoying! Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move! Told you I could fight.
You won't get away.
You don't look so good.
I have something for you.
Let the valuation begin! Liquidation! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Told you I could fight. Here! Let me tend your wounds. Hi-ya!
I have something for you.
Go nutty! You can't run!
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Try that again. Time to show you what's in your prescription! My turn. Need a doctor?
I have something for you.
I didn't know the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission dealt with situations like this in person.
Indeed. I should be reviewing files in the Palace of Astrum. However, Qing Ni decided to put herself in danger and trouble our esteemed guests with her safety. As her mother, I couldn't sit idly by. Qing Ni, have you thanked your benefactors yet?
Thank you, benefactors.
No need, Miss Qing Ni. It was nothing.
You flatter me. This is a Skyfaring Commission affair, yet the two of you had to put yourselves in harm's way. I am ashamed. It was because of both of you that Qingni escaped unscathed. Words cannot express my gratitude. In fact, by way of thanks, I'd like to invite you to the Palace of Astrum for tea. It is about time we knew each other better.
The feeling is mutual, Lady Yukong. We would be honored.
Then, for now, I will excuse myself. Qingni's irresponsible actions caused much trouble for the two of you. Allow me to apologize once again on her behalf.
You always do this, Mother. Scold me before figuring out what actually happened. It was a dire situation. I was the only one who could...
You promised me, Qingni. We shall discuss this when we return. Please excuse us, benefactors. I look forward to our meeting.
I didn't know Yukong had that side to her. Yes. I originally thought the head of the Skyfaring Commission was a suave businesswoman, like that young Foxian girl. But based on that fight, Yukong is clearly an experienced soldier. The moments she chose to strike and the targets she attacked were all impeccably strategic. Aside from saving her daughter, perhaps the Helmmaster was keen to see some frontline action. Well, I enjoyed a long stretch of peace on my homeworld. Long enough for me to start forgetting that I was also a fighter. After I boarded the Express, my old enthusiasm slowly began to return. But there's something I don't understand. Yes, Qingni piloted a star skiff without permission and put herself in danger, but she meant well. Nevertheless, Yukong's reaction suggests that there was something more. Anyway, let's head over to the Palace of Astrum. Best not to keep Yukong waiting. Let's avoid sudden exclamations like that once we're in the palace. Remember, this is no field trip. We're having tea with the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission. We'll need to act with diplomatic decorum. All right, let's head out before it gets late.
Time for a break. Silent mode activated.
I've never attended a memorial.
Why won't you listen to me?
Because it's my life! You know I have the talent to make it. I can become the Luofu's best pilot, just like you were.
Talent? You'd be dead if it weren't for those two travelers. Do you think stealing a star skiff and taking to the skies is a show of talent? What about being trapped by abominations? Did you at any moment think about what I would feel if something happened to you? Do you know how many people dream of a relaxing desk job at the Skyfaring Commission? You promised me to work responsibly in your post. Not only have you broken the Skyfaring Commission's regulations, you've broken your promise to me.
I already told you. I had no choice. I want to help you and the Skyfaring Commission, not sit at my desk dealing with never-ending papers. That job doesn't suit me. I got the highest grade in the fighter pilot test. They all said I was a genius, like you. Like mother, like daughter. They were all jealous of me. But no one even knew I had to take the test behind your back. You would never have allowed me to go if I told you about it.
Behind my back? Do you really think you could have walked into the test and sat in the cockpit if I hadn't given my permission behind the scenes? As for genius, don't mention that word to me again. Why do you insist on becoming a pilot? I don't understand.
And I don't understand why you don't understand. Why can anyone in the world become a fighter pilot except the Helmmaster's daughter? Don't you realize how ridiculous that is? You may not want to fly anymore, but don't trap me down here with you.
Qingni, where are you going? I'm sorry you had to witness this.
Apologies, Madam Yukong. We should have given you some time.
On the contrary, I apologize for allowing my own personal matters to encroach on your time.
We don't intend to pry into private business, Helmmaster Yukong, but if there's anything we can help with, please don't hesitate to ask.
Family issues, I'm afraid. You probably heard a thing or two just now. Despite my earnest wish that she continue in her post, Qingni is fixated on becoming a fighter pilot. I may seem overbearing, but the situation she gets herself into sent a shiver up my tail. It's funny, isn't it? I've seen every disaster imaginable, from the abundance axis to a living planet. I thought I'd forgotten what fear was. But when I fought alongside you, I realized there are still things that can terrify me. I'm sorry. Talking about such vexing matters is unbecoming in front of guests. I invited you here to gain a better understanding of the Express, not bore you with these trivialities. Oh, I prepared refreshments for you. Please, you must try this excellent whale tide spring. Please accept these gifts as thanks for saving my daughter. I'd heard that the Nameless had traversed the Starry Sea, but I wasn't prepared for how much I could learn from you.
Well, I'd heard from members of the Skyfaring Commission that you were a top-tier pilot, Madam Yukong, and an ace among the Cloud Knights. Now that I've seen you in action, I know the rumors were true. I hope to witness your flying ability for myself one day. We'll head off now. The Commission must be busy. I look forward to our next meeting, Madam Yukong.
On my flying ability, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, Mr. Yang. The sky no longer suits me.
You too, please, wait! Thank you for saving me, benefactors. And I'm sorry you had to witness all that. So you've experienced it yourself, benefactor. That's great. I mean, I'm happy I finally found someone who can understand me. But I've had the hairpin ceremony. I'm an adult now. I have the right to pursue my dreams. Mom still insists on sheltering me under her wing. As if I can't even stay alive without her.
Miss Qingni, these are family matters. I'm not sure it's my place to comment. However, in my personal experience, becoming a parent often means we become obstinate. To erode a rock, one must be patient and persistent, like water. What I mean to say is, instead of trying to prove yourself suddenly, perhaps you could demonstrate your ability to look after yourself methodically, over time. Don't you think, Miss Qingni?
My mom is actually a reasonable person, but she gets unreasonable as soon as I mention flying. She hid my Starskiff toys, dragged me away from the port when I stayed behind to count ships, forced me to study for ages. I did everything I could to work my way into the Skyfaring Commission. But she used her authority to assign me a desk job. Every time I walk along Star Watcher Avenue and look up at those ships flying freely across the sky, I feel empty inside. Speaking of empty inside, so how were Mom's refreshments? Good? I've been so angry today I forgot to eat anything. How about this? My mom thanked you guys with refreshments, so I should do the same. Let me take you around Starskiff Haven. We can try the most authentic snack on the Lafu.
That lady is crying her eyes out.
An ancient game to make your brain feel fresh.
We're here! The thing about the most authentic snack on the Siyanja Lafu is it's a drink, and it's inside this vending machine. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't have the money for anything fancy. Here, mung bean soda. 1 can each. This thing has a bit of a unique flavor, but I love it.
Let me try. A nostalgic experience.
Oh, is there a drink like this where you're from?
No, this reminds me of when I first boarded the Express and forced myself to drink Himiko's coffee, and how my taste buds never fully recovered.
How is it? Bearable? That bad? Sorry. But I guess not everyone can accept what I like. Just like flying. Well, don't force yourself. Let's go somewhere else. Ooh, I know a really great place in Starskiff Haven to Starskiff watch.
Make your brain feel fresh. An ancient game to make your brain.
You know, there are a lot of mung bean soda moments in life. If you don't try, you won't know. Unique experiences are often a product of risky choices.
Tell that to my mom. Her #1 life lesson is, You can't turn back once you enter the sky. Pilots are always dancing with death. I know she's right. I know being a fighter pilot is an exhausting and dangerous job. But I still want to fly among the stars. To fight for the Syanzhou Alliance across the vast galaxy.
Why are you so dedicated to that idea, Miss Jingni?
Have you heard of the Foxian birth fate tradition? Soon after a child is born, we surround them with items that represent future destinies. If the child reaches for a jade abacus, then they'll grow up to be a diviner. If they reach for a sword, then they'll grow up to be a famous warrior. And if they reach for a toy star skiff, what? No, it means they'll become a pilot. Mom reached for the star skiff and showed a natural talent for flying. General Jing Yuan recruited her to the Cloud Knights as soon as she was old enough. That's how she became a fighter pilot. Later, she achieved miracles. One time, she destroyed 3 beast ships in a hail of Barisan anti-aircraft fire, like an arrow tearing through a thunderstorm. She also holds the Skyfaring Commission records for speed and enemy vessels destroyed. I'm proud to be Madame Yukong's daughter. I've wanted to become a legend like her for as long as I can remember.
I can imagine. A parent is often a child's first hero, and their image can influence their whole life.
She never told me any of those stories herself. And she hasn't piloted a star skiff since the 3rd Denizens of Abundance War. She doesn't even bring up her military achievements. I used to watch her fly when I was young. Then one time, I stole a star skiff and I tried all kinds of difficult maneuvers. Turns out I was as talented as she was. Not only did I survive the flight, my landing was perfect. I remember feeling so happy when they took me to see my mom. There I was boasting about the flight, expecting her to laugh, pat my head, say, "That's my girl," or something. But boy, I've never seen her so scary. I admit, I deserve to be punished. You can't let a kid get away with stealing a star skiff. But my mom was angry about more than that. She was angry because I viewed her as a role model. Because I had the same talent as her. I don't understand it.
Parents never want their children to be in danger. I think I can understand, Madame Yukong.
But flying is the only thing I want to do. I've already touched the sky. It's Mom's secretary, Miss Siquei. She just sent me a message. Mom lost one of her trinkets in Stargazer Navalia when she came to save me. Miss Siquei suggested I find the trinket and return it to Mom. Said it might help me get back in her good books.
In Stargazer Navalia? Let's go with you and have a look.
Is it really okay to bother you two again?
Indeed.
You're too kind, benefactors. I'll treat you to something better than mung bean soda next time. The fight with the abominations was pretty chaotic. I think Mom's trinket would have dropped around here.
Do you know what it looks like, Miss Qingni?
Let me think. It should be a little square thing. She's usually got something like that on her.
This is your area of expertise. Your powers of perception are impressive, that's all. I think you're the right person for the job.
Mom always carries this trinket around with her, but I never realized there was something inside. Is this the hunt crest? This is what pilots hang in their Starskiff cockpits for good luck.
It must be very close to Helmmaster Yukong's heart. Let's head back, Miss Qingni. I think you should return this trinket in person. This is an opportunity for the two of you to talk.
Not yet. I want to go back later. There's something I hope you two can help me with first.
If you want us to help you persuade your mother, I'm afraid that could be difficult. It's not easy to solve a family dispute as an outsider.
No, you misunderstand. I just want to know what she's thinking. What turned an ace pilot, someone who loved to fly, into someone like her? My mom clearly misses her flying days, otherwise she wouldn't keep this on her person. But she doesn't fly anymore and refuses to let me become a fighter pilot. Why?
Maybe we can ask some people who might know the truth. Well, the General's been busy at the seat of Divine Foresight recently. We might not get to see him right away. Still, it's worth a try. He was the one who promoted Helmmaster Yukong. He probably knows more about her past than anyone.
General Jing Yuan? Are you sure it's okay to go straight to him? Oh, right. You're the General's guests. Even so, this is asking a lot of you.
No problem. If we can get to the bottom of why Helmmaster Yukong no longer flies, we might be able to find out why she doesn't want you to be a fighter pilot. We can't help you too directly, but an indirect conversation like this might give us a clue on how to convince your mother. Don't worry. General Jing Yuan is understanding. I'm sure a small visit won't trouble him, especially if it's about a young girl's future.
In that case, thank you so much, benefactors. I'll head back to Starskiff Haven. I'm not ready to return to the Skyfaring Commission yet.
Time for a break.
Silent mode activated.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Mr. Yang, and you? What brings you to the seat of divine foresight this time?
It's nothing urgent. We were hoping to understand Helm Master Yukong a little better.
Yukong? I heard an office worker from the Skyfaring Commission flew a star skiff to assist in the present crisis, but ran into trouble herself. She was only saved thanks to a couple of travelers. On behalf of the Law Fu, you have my thanks once again. The seat of divine foresight heard that Yukong's seldom seen but often feared temper was on display. I believe the two of you were caught between mother and daughter.
We heard that Helm Master Yukong was an outstanding pilot, but that she refuses to let her daughter embark on the same career.
Yukong herself is best placed to answer such questions. But naturally, you are here because you fear that Helm Master Yukong would decline to answer. If you wish to dispel Miss Qingni's curiosity, perhaps we can take a small step back from the topic at hand. What do you wish to know about Yukong the pilot? Oh, this is a divine object from the Rainbow Arbiter? Where did you find this?
This object has been stored inside Helm Master Yukong's personal trinket all along. Miss Qingni lent it to us. She thought it might be a way to find out more about Yukong's past and why she no longer flies.
This object is no ordinary trinket. It has borne witness to blood and tears. I'm sure you're both familiar with the Xianzhou's long galactic hunt. But have you heard of the denizens of Abundance Wars? As the Xianzhou has continued to cleanse the universe of immortal abominations, so too has the Abundance Axis succeeded in breaching our defensive lines. They pushed the Xianzhou to the brink of disaster. 30 years ago, the Xianzhou Yaoqing and Fenghu were besieged by our enemies. Even in the long history of warfare between the Xianzhou Alliance and the denizens of Abundance, that air battle was one of the most tragic. We were greatly outnumbered by the abominations of Abundance. Almost 1 million fighter pilots fought in the bitter battle. Those who survived numbered no more than 100,000. Had the Rainbow Arbiter not descended and destroyed the enemy's assault with their sky-shattering Lux Arrow, who's to say whether the Law Fu would still be here today? Such divine objects were forged from the embers that the Arbiter's divine arrow left behind. For the survivors, these relics contain the blood of their comrades, the ashes of their enemies, and the dust of their memories. Yukong is a survivor of that war. Her best friend, Cai, perished on the battlefield.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you, General.
I do not wish to speculate on the reason behind Helmmaster Yukong's reluctance to fly, nor do I want to open up old wounds. However, it is difficult to discard one's past. Yukong and Saeed trusted each other with their lives. The Helmmaster will have strong memories of that time. Perhaps it is not my place to say, but I believe Qingni has the right to know about the past, as the past is starting to affect her future.
Thank you, General. We apologize for taking up your time with such triviality.
Mr. Yang, you jest. How can harmony between parent and child constitute a triviality? If you ask me, the mountains of documents and the seat of divine foresight are the only triviality around here.
We'll take our leave. Let's go. We should head to Starskiff Haven and find Qingni.
I've never attended a memorial, and I don't know what I should do here.
Oh, you're here! My mom isn't in a great mood. She went for a walk. Probably because of me.
You two are very similar.
Well, we do both like to take a walk after a fight. The only difference is that I come to this side of Starskiff Haven and she heads to the other. That way, we don't bump into each other. You can say that again. Anyway, did you find anything out from General Jing Yuan?
Did Helmmaster Yukong never bring this up with you?
I was always curious about her past, but she either dodged my questions or pretended not to hear them. In the end, I realized she probably experienced something that left a scar that never fully healed. I never asked her again.
Yes. Yukong doesn't want you to feel the pressure of her name. Besides, reputation and talent count for something, but you need luck on the battlefield.
So she doesn't want me to fly because she remembers the pain of losing her friend. And she thinks that my talent makes it more likely that she'll lose me in the same way?
I can't guarantee that's what she's thinking, Miss Qingni. You should talk with her yourself.
You're right, Mr. Yang. But I still have something else to check first. This past that General Jing Yuan mentioned is probably archived in the Palace of Astrum. I remember watching her handle a document with great care before she filed it away. It looked like a diary.
Do you still remember where it was filed, Miss Qingni?
Vaguely, but there are so many files stored in the Skyfaring Commission. Could I ask you benefactors to look for it with me?
A couple of Outworlders going through Skyfaring Commission files isn't a good look. I'm afraid we can only accompany you, Miss Qingni. You'll need to do the searching yourself.
Of course. You're right. Sorry.
Can I help you? I know what it looks like, but I'm using Celestial Jade to improve the algorithm. I'm working, I swear.
Sorry. We'll get going.
We can use this one. Okay. Let me see. Helm Master's personal archive. Oh, got it! Let's go take a look. It should be here. Let's see. Yes! This is Mom's diary!
Miss Qingni, I don't think the two of us should be reading your mother's diary.
It should be fine. This is from decades ago. For you travelers, that's more than half a lifespan.
No, I still think I shouldn't read it. You stay here with Miss Qingni. I'll be waiting over there.
Fine. Is it really that big of a deal? I'm sure they're just her notes on life as a pilot. I understand. I can tell Mr. Yang is a principled person. There are some lines he won't cross. Let's read it together. Maybe her diary holds the key to all of this.
What is the meaning of this? The Helm Master's daughter bringing Outworlders in to sneak around? What do you have in your hands? Let me see. Madame Yukong's diary? The nerve. How dare you read Madame Yukong's personal diary? And with her daughter, too. By the Arbiter, you two are in for a...
Mr. Yang Min, please, calm down. Let us explain.
I see. Qingni, I know Madame Yukong's position on you becoming a pilot is tough for you to accept, but she has her own concerns.
I understand, Mr. Yang Ming. But now, compared to becoming a fighter pilot, I'm more interested in knowing what my mom went through. I want to know what happened, how she went from ace pilot to Helm Master.
I've been here for a long time, Qingni. If there's something you wish to know, just ask. But don't go rummaging around. That's a bad habit. Miss Tsai? I remember her. She was an ace gunner. Many people wanted to be her flight partner. Her husband, Mr. Guang Yuan, was a pilot. They manned the same skiff and were the envy of many. But when it came to pilots, your mother was the best match for her. They flew together all the time. Even Mr. Guanyan couldn't match their numbers. Well, after he passed away in battle, Tsai rarely teamed up with anyone except your mother. It was tragic when Tsai died soon after. That's the life of a pilot. No one knows which flight will be their last. Tsai's death was a big blow to Madame Yukong. After the battle, she refused to turn in Tsai's possessions as per regulations. She kept them locked away. Occasionally, taking them out to admire. As her subordinate, surely I should be concerned with her mental well-being. If Madame Yukong is unhappy, how can I be happy? I mean to say, how can I be happy in my duties to her?
Where are Miss Tsai's possessions stored? Thanks for telling us all this, Mr. Yang Ming.
You're welcome. I know this is important to you. I suppose you're going to go through Madame Yukong's office desk next. I can understand your position, Qingni. I'll take my leave and pretend I didn't see anything. After all, it's an unwritten rule that subordinates should be absent when their superior's privacy is exposed. Please don't tell your mother that you saw me today.
Got it.
You're a cheeky one. You're lucky I have a sense of humor. Hurry. Madame Yukong will be back soon.
My mom keeps lots of stuff in her desk. Let's have a look. That's the selling point of this desk. Super simplistic design with super spacious hidden compartments. Lots of office staff use this desk. There are hidden compartments on the left, right, and under the desktop. Which one should we check first? Got it. This looks similar to Mom's diary, but it looks like it belonged to Miss Tsai. So, I was adopted? And this Miss Tsai was my real mother? I suppose I've always had a feeling. But now I know the truth. I feel like I'm dreaming. Don't let that child touch the sky. Is this why Mom refuses to let me become a fighter pilot? For a pilot, the most important oath before departure is the promise to bring your comrade back. Mom didn't manage to bring her comrade back. So she vowed to prevent me from setting out. Not only am I her daughter, I'm also her final promise to Tsai. I never thought my dream would put Mom in such a difficult situation. I feel a lot closer to Mom after reading this diary. Even if we're not connected by blood, I understand her a lot more now. Can you come with me one more time? I want to have a proper chat with Mom. Yes. Thank you.
You're all done? Did it go smoothly? I see. Let's find Helmmaster Yukong. We'll accompany you. We're here to help, but he and I really shouldn't interject when you're conversing with your mother.
It's okay. I understand. Just having you stand next to me is already a great help, benefactors.
So they also hold funerals. Huh.
Mom?
Qingni, why are Mr. Yang and they here too?
Miss Qingni kindly agreed to show us around Star Skiff Haven. She mentioned she was trying to mend things between you, but was feeling shy about it. We volunteered to come with her.
Thank you. I must apologize for the trouble my daughter has brought you.
Mom!
All right, it's getting late. Let's talk once we're home.
Actually, I want to talk to you about something right now. I want to become a fighter pilot, no matter what.
We've talked about this many times. No means no.
But...
Seems like Miss Qingni is a little hesitant. Try giving her a little push.
I thought Mr. Yang said we shouldn't interject. What should I say?
Is that Sai's diary? How did you... I understand now. I'm sorry, Qingni. I cannot support your dream because I made a promise to someone else. I don't expect to gain your forgiveness. I just hope you can understand my reason.
Mom, what are you talking about? I'm your daughter. Our bond is bigger than forgiveness and reason. I'll listen to anything you have to say.
Just like you, I once longed for the sky. I know what it feels like to fly through infinite space, to be surrounded by the vast expanse of nothingness, with unimaginable splendors looming in the distance, to float like a single leaf in the fathomless stellar sea. Some called it loneliness, but we called it freedom. Sai was like that too. We were friends since childhood. We flew star skiffs everywhere, causing trouble until the knights caught us and dragged us before General Jingyuan. We soon became the most elite fighter pilots of the Skyfaring Commission. It wasn't an easy life. You could even say it was a cruel one. You never knew if the friend next to you would make it back alive. Of course, the same could be said of yourself. But those are my best memories. We would strike out into the sky, repelling demons and upholding justice. The blood we shed bore witness to it all. The life of a Foxian is short and fleeting. Surely we should dedicate ourselves to such glorious aims. System space all clear today. Great weather for flying.
We're engaging the main Borisan fleet this time. Don't get too excited.
Huh? Sounds like maternity leave knocked the wind out of your sails. Feeling rusty?
Oh, shut it. I think you're just excited because you haven't flown with me for so long. Did you miss me?
Of course I missed you. The galaxy felt smaller without you in my cockpit. Say, Sai, really didn't think you'd come back. Do you really like flying star skiffs that much?
You bet. Sure, it's exhausting, dangerous, low paid. Plus, you only get back to the Luofu a few times a year. But given the choice, I'd always pick this. I guess I already touched the sky.
The mind is mysterious. I've lived for more than 200 years. Forgotten nearly every conversation I've ever had. But I still remember us shooting the breeze that day. It's crystal clear. It was the last time I spoke to Sai. Sai? Hold on, Sai. Sai, open your eyes. Sai?
Thank you. You go. I've had a good life. But please, don't let Jingli walk the same path. Don't let her become a fighter pilot.
Sai, she's your daughter. You'll be able to tell her yourself, do you hear? The rescue's almost here. Stay with me. Jingni is waiting for you. She lost Guangyan. She can't afford to lose you too. Wake up! Sai! 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 When I climbed out of the burning carcass of the star skiff, I looked up into a clear sky, pure and seemingly unadorned by the atmosphere that arced far above us. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen, but all I could feel was unbearable pain. I sunk to the ground and gazed up helplessly. In my dream, that was the day I died.
Mom, this is the first time I've heard you talk about this. But I'm not a little girl anymore. The road of a fighter pilot is a cruel one. I know that now. But I won't hide from it. I'm not afraid to walk the same road as her. If my sacrifice can bring happiness to the citizens of the Xianzhou, then I'm ready for it.
You are so very similar to Tsai. The more outstanding you became over the years, the more fearful I turned. I've known for a long time you were ready, but I was not. You know, the cruelty has never claimed victory. Me, Sai, your father Guangyan, we were prepared for the worst when we enlisted. But do you know how we won that war? The war that took away Sai and The lives of hundreds of thousands of fighters.
The Rainbow Arbiter's divine arrow.
Yes. The mighty blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter annihilated all abominations in a single strike. We had to pay with the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers just to halt their advance. If crushing our enemies was as easy as breathing for the Rainbow Arbiter, then what purpose did our sacrifices serve? Under the might of an eon, the sacrifices of ordinary creatures are but a joke. We are nothing. We mean nothing.
Mom.
But I never should have allowed my fears to compel me to make decisions for another person. Even if that person is my daughter, I brazenly interfered with your choices. I am sorry. That is my failure as a mother.
Mom, you don't need to apologize. Really, you don't need to.
I'll take you to fill in the paperwork tomorrow. You'll start as ground crew, just like Tsai and I did. I believe that one day, you'll make an outstanding fighter pilot.
Huh? Really? Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I was afraid of you following in my footsteps, and more afraid of you taking after Tsai. But if this is your choice, then I'm willing to support you, even if you live to regret it.
Mom, I have one last request.
Tell me.
I want to fly with you at least once.
I'm afraid I can't. I won't be flying anymore.
But why?
Because I already touched the sky.
Soon to be departed.
Let the valuation begin.
My turn.
Time for an overhaul.
Stand down. Blade of moonlight.
Easy, Numby.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move. Here.
Dare you?
Try that again.
You've got a lot of nerve.
The market is unpredictable.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! You won't get away!
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Don't forget the entrance!
Try harder.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
Fleeting light, roaring flood. You're wasting my time.
Try that again.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame. A blade of moonlight. It is time to put an end to this.
You can't run. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Ready for death!
I'm waiting. Another soon-to-be departed.
Easy, Numby. Still no repayment?
The market is unpredictable.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Blade of moonlight.
You can't run! My turn! Here!
Time for an overhaul.
Dare you! You won't get away. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Try that again!
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You can't run! Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move! Liquidation!
Ready for death. I'm waiting. Stand down.
Tough luck running into me! Here! Try that again!
Steady.
Can't run!
Tedious. Blade of moonlight. You won't get away. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight. You won't get away. Ready for death. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight. You won't get away. Ready for death.
Easy,
All
Numby.
will be revealed in lunar flame.
So this is the Lafu's Ambrosial Arbor. It's my first time seeing it.
Aren't you a Cloud Knight?
Cloud Knights don't visit the Ambrosial Arbor without a reason. Plus, I'm new here. The Lafu's plague mark is a tree, while the Yao Qing's is a moon. I think we got the better one.
I heard that the Ambrosial Arbor shriveled and died a long time ago. How could it suddenly spring back to life and start growing again?
The influence of the Stellaron. There's no time for explanations. We must return to the Ten Lords Commission. I'm wounded. I need your assistance in getting there. Once we get to Starskiff Jetty, you can go your separate ways.
Well, there's nothing else for it. We're duty-bound to help the Ten Lords Commission.